What's up, succas? This is the official welcome back video. I noticed that in my previous video, I actually said instead of a month, so it's actually supposed to be a month update instead of like, oh, I have a couple weeks to go, whatever. Over the weekend, we're supposed to have rain, so anything behind me on the shelf, I'm not going to water. I'm actually going to let the rain take care of it. Everything is positioned according to who likes the most sun based on the outside of the stand and who likes the least amount of sun on the inside of the stand, and then also according to how much water these plants should get. So this guy and his pup that I actually ended up pulling are cliffside, so they're used to getting a little more water than the underside. And my jade has already gotten watered this last week, so officially don't want to mess with that too much. I have my cactuses. I'll just flip you over. I have my cactuses ready to receive their first amount of water over the entire winter. My zebra Haworthia is just a little red from over sun exposure and underwatering, so that's where his beautiful color comes from. I've got my gorgeous, he definitely needs water. He looks really dehydrated and dry. This one is growing very nicely. My Haworthia venosa. I've got some babies that I'm going to have to resoil. I've got some plants that I'm going to have to repot and kind of move around. I have plants that in the past we obviously know have grown in such a funny manner that I don't feel the need to move them. And I've got new ones that decide that reaching for the sun is better than staying in their own pot. But I do have babies, so I'm very happy with them. And a lot of them have already done their flowering, and I just need to pull off the twigs, kind of waiting for that to dry off a little bit more. And then I have some that this is their season for flowering. So this one has a tiny spider attached to it, which is why I've officially put it on the baby shelf, because I want the baby spider to have ample opportunities to still eat. And then I have some that last season were being attacked by mites, so we've officially moved them around and now we're just waiting. I have some that we just need to clean up. This is all their aeration roots. This is driving me nuts. And then I have some that are clearly lacking water, but again, it's rained so much over the winter, I didn't want to overwater any. This one was also being attacked by mites. You can kind of see the little white dots still. Those aren't mites, those are the exoskeletons. I used the ladybugs. This is my official downstairs. Everything else is still upstairs, so I'm not quite done, but any was left on the ground, I've officially moved. So I've got a lot. So these all got rain in the last month, so I don't feel the need to water these at all. I am going to double check. This one is getting attacked, so I'm going to fix him up a little bit. But I don't feel the need to rush and officially start tearing them apart. I think they're doing great. The only ones I'm going to actually water are the ones on the table that I haven't touched at all. So we'll start left to right. So this one's on the most outside. So this one got a lot of water over the winter, so I'm not going to touch it. I don't want to overwater it. It's already gotten enough. Let me move this. Oh, my cactus, my baby cactus is officially sprouting a baby. So happy with that. So as you can see, I've got a cute little moss hedgehog, so I'm not going to touch it. Still a ton of water. My jade got watered because it's on the outside. My other jade got watered. So did this one. This one was actually in a different location. So as you can see, there's a lot of moss. This one, I'll definitely need to clean up the soil. I don't like moss because it can introduce mold and then it will infect my jade, and I don't want to play with that. So starting from the left to right on the inside, we're going to water my ruby slippers. Just enough. I want to double check and see if the soil still has enough drainage. Yeah, looks great. All right, and then we're going to do my mother of millions. I'm going to be patient and wait again. Drainage is on the left. So it looks like Ruby Slippers drainage is on the right. This Mother of Millions drainage is on the left. Still waiting for that puddle in the middle. So that means the roots are actually taking it in. That's good. I'm definitely going to pay attention to these guys back here. I already started it, so I'll finish it. Gonna water my Aeonium. Drainage is on the front side. The guys in the back will need... Okay, so we'll need a little bit of help for the guys in the back. Looks like I'm gonna have to stir up the soil a bit. I don't have my stick with me, but I do have this. So I'm gonna just draw a nice line slightly through the middle, very gently like that, all the way to the bottom, back and forth, front and back, and then that should be good. Yep. I can still hear it sucking it up, so that's great. This one just needs a little bit of cleaning and pruning. Gonna have to pull off all the dead. And then these guys had a little bit of an issue over the break. The mites definitely got to the one on the left, same as this one. This one's looking really dry, but I'm gonna double check the drainage. Okay, so there's no drainage for these guys. So again, we're just gonna poke a nice hole in the middle next to the plant, not on the plant. Yeah, definitely looks like I need to store up some soil. That is okay. That's what I like to see, though. I can hear the plants talking to me. This one I found dumped over, so that's why all the plants are on the left, not the right. Again, gonna poke another hole slightly in the center because I know how this plant is growing. This one's actually a twin with a singlet, so these two are attached, and then this one's by itself. But I only put them in the same pot because they're from the same parent. Okay, this is a cliffside baby. Everybody knows that I climbed a cliff for. I kept talking about it. My white spine aloe, my red spine aloe, my triplets. This guy, my Cthulhu. Drainage looks great. Don't have to do anything. Don't have to worry about it. Okay, my babies in the back here. We'll water the underside. This one doesn't actually need that much. I see some green still. That's another one that I ended up pulling from a... Looks like I'm gonna need more water. Okay, got more water. Now, there's only one I really have to... Gotta be very careful with this one because that one is too big for its pot. Okay, we left off with this baby. This one, I'm still trying to grow roots. That should be fine. This one just needs a little bit of attention, some TLC. Okay, good. Dripping down below. Okay. Now these ones that I'm gonna water on this shelf, I pulled from the table to provide more room for the ones that are up top. So I am gonna actually water these. This one especially. This one flowers, and so once all the flowers die off, that's all the brown that you see. So now it's just like rejuvenating itself. It'll grow again. Oh, got a tiny something or other trying. So we'll put it in here. That way I know. Okay, so lots of drainage, lots of drainage, lots of drainage. Backside. Gonna pick this up. It's also wet because I found a frog that I was trying to give water to. I got some babies in there. Watered it. So there's that. Now we're gonna play a little bit of musical chairs. Just so that way everybody's... This one also had a mite problem. Still kind of does. All that's left are the remnants of what used to be. So I just need to go in there and wash him off a little bit. And the best way to do that is to actually put them in the sink, tilt the entire thing sideways, and just wash off ultimately what needs the washing. Everything else looks great, actually. So that will put my poor little succulent in a little bit of shock, but it will survive. One more, because this one was tucked in. This is another mother of millions. Very, very tall. And has a ton of babies at the base. So I definitely am going to water this entire thing to make sure all the roots are in. And then I believe my next video is going to be the rejuvenation of the soil. So that's where I take brand new soil and I recycle it in with the old soil, and then I repot everything, whether they need to be moved up in size or if they, like this one definitely needs to be moved up in size. These guys are my little propagations from those leaves that we talked about in another video way long ago. And then I have succulents that I was concerned about when I first potted them. Like this one was not looking so good. I was really concerned, I was really worried, and it's completely taken off. And then others will just need a little bit of TLC. Like this one I got from a store that doesn't usually take care of their succulents. This guy I found in another succulent box, so this just needs soil. But the cool thing about succulents is that I've had these guys for about 6 months now in no soil, and they're still bursting with life. So that's what we'll do in the next video. I'm hoping by then we'll have less amount of rain and more amounts of excitement. My birthday's coming up, and then I have a very big event that I have to plan for, so I have to start collecting the succulents and putting them into a list of things that I want to be the centerpiece and star in my show. But until then, it's been a blast. I'm very excited to have a little bit more going on in the background for my succulents. Again, half of my succulents are still upstairs. We're slowly moving things in, slowly moving things down. But other than that, I feel good. All right. Peace out, succas.